Hello, and welcome to the Relationship Theory, everyone. Here we take those in, we break them down, we build them up, and we play them out. Today, we'll be talking about how, honestly, I just threw this video on because I knew what I was going to talk about, but I don't have a title. Perhaps it'll come at the end of this video. But I want to describe something very interesting. And it's about how you probably already are as rich as you think. You just don't have the kind of people around you that validate that fact. Yes, it's a fact. Yeah, you're probably already rich and you don't even know it. There's that typical phrase about how, the people around you, you're the sum of like the 5 closest friends that you have, and that's what you're composed of. Yeah, basically, that's exactly what we're here to talk about today. Check your circle. Okay, maybe not check your circle, but perhaps, the reason why you don't have what you want, what you know belongs to you, what you believe you deserve, is because you have people around you who do not validate that fact. And it really doesn't help. Why? Because most of the time you're spending most of your energy, most of your rich energy, what would have been going towards financial moves and mental health moves and mental fitness, relationship theory, just really good moves all around, meditation, good breakfast, good meals. All of that energy that you spend on other people is where all of that richness goes. You're spending most of your time talking to people who don't believe they have what it takes, or at least if they do, they can't do it without someone validating them. So you end up being the rich friend, but you end up being the rich friend that spends most of their money on the poor friend. That's a bit tricky, isn't it? Because then you want to go, but they're my friend. It's the friend thing. It's the friend trap, people. We've got to really look at that thing, because the friend trap is very interesting. For some reason, when you believe in friends, you don't believe in your friends to the end point of we all are in this together. You always think of a friend as someone that falls and you go all the way down to the pits of hell to bring them out. And it's like, yeah, but how come a friend isn't someone that you reach the summit with? What is that about? Well, I'll tell you, most likely the reason why is because you're the rich friend. If you have to wonder why you're not going up and you're going down instead, you're the rich friend. You're that eccentric uncle, the weird aunt, the one over there by the side that doesn't fit in necessarily, but they for some reason are just full of abundance. Why is that? Because most of the people around you are the ones who don't have what you have. They don't want to have what you have without someone being there to validate that. They need someone to tell them that they're rich, and then they will be rich. Now I get it, there's this community aspect of it, and we've all got to be in this together. We're all in this together. Something like that. I don't really know the song. What's the last word? Everyone, is it? Doesn't matter. The point is, how about the fact that when we're cooperating, that we are reaching the summit together? How about the idea of us being friends is not because we're stuck in a pit? How about the fact that the reason why we're even connecting is because we want something greater? Or at least we're happy where we are and we just want someone to be with us. That ought to be okay, because it is okay. But that's, again, this is where the idea of you're the rich friend comes from. And maybe, just maybe, you're spending all of your riches on people who need a bit of help. And when I say a bit, I mean a lot. Anyway, that's going to be this video. I hope you got something out of that. And stay tuned. There's going to be a segment right after this. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and enjoy the rest of your day. Welcome back. This is Come On, Sis. This episode is going to be brought to you by Women Are Ashamed to Be Woman. Well, now I know that there's this talk about standing up for women and making sure that they're taken care of and that we all care for them and protect them and do all these things and all these things and all these things. Everyone knows the plot point at this point. If this were a book, we would know how the end goes. We would know how the story goes. And to be honest, it's pretty boring. It's pretty boring because one of the secret plots behind this entire story is that there are some women who don't want to be women. But they're also the ones speaking up about men protecting women or just protecting women in general. This is a problem. This is a problem because it doesn't make sense to want to install a status quo and yet deny the status quo. That's basically what it is. And as I always talk about on Come On, Sis, I always come around to that universal support system where every lady knows to get in line. Ladies, come on, girls. Ladies, your girlfriends. That stuff still exists. And as I keep covering, that stuff exists where you guys pretty much batter each other's heads in about the pecking order, about where women specifically are supposed to be. Your girlfriends are supposed to be in their places. Your alpha ladies, everyone's supposed to follow them while you all are in a universal support group, while everyone's protecting you, ensuring that your circle jerk of friends continue to gain all the benefit from pretty much existing while you complain about what you don't have. You're ashamed to be a woman. And to that I say, come on, sis. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the most obvious thing, and this isn't new when I say this. But actually, I think I have a different point to make on that. Because this isn't supposed to be about consoling you about your existence. This isn't supposed to help you feel good about being a woman. This isn't supposed to help empathize or sympathize with you when it comes to your difficulties and your struggles. And this is the reason why. Before you're a woman, you're a human. Which means all those emotions and feelings and thoughts and ideas that you come up with inside of your head, those things still preside in your body. I talk about this all the time on TRT, on the relationship theory. I talk about this all the time, and there's a very good reason why. Because even before you know yourself as someone of the human race with specific genitalia, you still have to back up and realize that you are a body with a mind. The mind is where we're coming from here, guys. The mind is what's so much more important here than your struggles as a woman or even a man. But there's so many people that deny that. They deny it, and there's a pretty good reason why. You get a universal support system where everyone gives you everything. So at least there's a benefit to being a woman. It's just at the same time people afford you the ability to hate yourself. While you have your girlfriends and your ladies, your homegirls. Ladies! So you have a universal support system. You got a few alpha women in there. Everyone's taking care of each other, making sure everyone's in line. And just in case there are people on the outside who aren't taking care of you, you can get them in line. You can tell everyone else around them, hey, that person isn't playing their role in making sure that our circle of friends, our circle of girlfriends are secure in our mission. Whatever that mission is, to be honest, I don't even really care about the mission. Because the mission is important. It's not important to me. It's not important to anyone, really. Because we all think at the end of the day, everyone who's holding up this circle jerk of girlfriends, we all think that there's something in this for us at the end of the day. And what would happen, and this is just the question, what do you think would happen if we all find out that there's actually nothing worth going to that end for? We're going to wonder, why was all of this effort put in if this is the result? And then to come and find out at the very end of the day that you're ashamed of being alive. Everyone spent all of that energy to find out that you're just ashamed of being alive? That's it? Come on, sis. It's not gonna work. It's working now, or at least so you think. Your universal support system still seems to be stable and in line. You still have resources, you still have places to go and people to reach out to, and programs and coordination that allows you the things that you need. At least some of you do. What I'm realizing is most of the ladies out there, they're realizing they can't fit in with this group anymore. It's more and more ladies very, very slowly figuring it out. That there's no space for them in their girlfriend circle. Ladies! And that sound just inside of their head, it rings a very sore and terrible bell. They're starting to realize it. The men might not know, and some of the ladies that are safe and secure in the circle might not know, but I know. And I'm just here to say, come on, sis. Come on.